What's going on, guys? Skylord Studios 005 back here again. And today, I just got back from vacation, and we are going to be taking a look at the new CX06 Fox Brush Random Booster Select. Now, I want to say this is CX06. If not, it's 07, because I remember there's like always that weird stadium set that always counts as a number. But either way, this is the May Random Booster Select release. So this is the CX release of Fox Brush, and it comes in 3 different bays: the Prize Bay, the Gold variant, and the Black variant. So going from least interesting to most interesting, we got the Black variant, and you do get the Prize blade and basically everything's in the blade. So the lock chip, the blade, and the assist blade. So there we go. It does look nice. I'm just not a big fan of it, as well as the parts it comes on. It comes on a rehash 080 rehash disc ball, so nothing really original, but it does come with Jaggy, which I actually see potential in as an assist blade. It comes with the brush blade and the Fox lock chip. So yeah, we'll dive deeper into it whenever we take a look at the Prize Bay. But for the second one, this is kind of interesting. It's the gold one. The reason why I say this is interesting is because back in, I want to say, January, we saw this leak. And a lot of people thought it was a fake leak, but we had to wait till now to get it. This comes with some interesting parts. It comes with a retool of 260, which not the greatest ratchet, but it's kind of not super common. It comes in a nice gold color. And apparently the proper mold of Unite. So you can barely see it, but there is a protrusion there. I need to like really focus and zoom in if I can, but there is that protrusion. Again, it's very difficult to see, but it's like right in the center. Yeah, we finally got the Unite mold that we needed. So yeah, again, Jaggy, Fox Brush, and the gold lock chip, which I do like because it is clear. And I think this is the first time, if not, I think it was the Perseus Dark one from the set came with a clear chip. But this is my first time having a clear chip, which I think look really nice. So yeah. And then finally, there's the Prize Fox Brush with, I think, everything except for the ratchet's new. So going over it part by part, we have a new bit, which is Gear Rush. And Gear Rush I was really hyped for. I got it in, I tested it out a bit. Not as hyped for it anymore, but you know what? You win some, you lose some. But it's still a pretty good attack bit. It's less controllable than a regular rush bit, but it's more controllable than, say, Gear Flat. Not as controllable as Gear Point, but still, if you want to keep an all-rush deck, you can do Gear Rush, Low Rush, and Rush. So it is still pretty good. Next up is 970, and this is the only other time aside from the Phoenix Redder deck set that this comes in. Comes in a nice red and almost like pearl color. Looks really nice. And now breaking down the CX blade part by part, we have the lock chip, which is Fox. I think it's a reference to the Japanese nine-tail fox, so that looks pretty cool. It's white and red. Looks very nice. We have the brush blade, and this is basically, so it's a 9-sided blade that each blade gets bigger as it goes, I believe. So it's kind of like Drawn Dagger to me. If you guys remember Burst, this just screams Hollow Death Scyther. But if you look at the sides, not all of them are like, some are angled, some are flat, some are angled differently, all building up to this one big blade that makes contact. And you can see they kind of hollowed out a lot of it, but I guess that's for balancing issues. The thing is, this can probably work on inconsistent attack. So this is kind of a mix of, the way I would describe it is a mix of Drawn Buster and a mix of Drawn Dagger. So it is very difficult to use, in my opinion, but I'm sure somebody can find an attack setup for this. Where it really shines is this assist blade, which is called Jaggy. Again, it's supposed to line up with the blades, and for the most part, you can see it lines up pretty nice no matter what setting you have it on. Just some of them will protrude out more than others. But this is what's considered a low height assist blade compared to a taller head assist blade like a round, where it's not as much. So, for example, let me take apart Wizard Arc so I can demonstrate. You see, it's closer to the blade, meaning there's less of a gap. So, I can see this working on Drawn Brave, potentially on Reaper, potentially on Arc. I think it could work, believe it or not, for stamina or defense rather than attack. But we'll see as I guess we test. But from the short testings I've done with this, I'm going to be honest with you guys, it's not great. It's not super horrible. Like, it's not as bad as some other CX blades. But stock, it's not super great. Like, the thing holding it back is obviously the blade, in my opinion. Because of the shaping of it, it kind of just messed the entire thing up. Since it's off balance, it's just going to keep bouncing around the stadium, even on good parts like 970 and Gear Rush. Obviously, if I would suggest that you get any of the bays, I would obviously suggest the prize one. But if not, the gold one does work, because really you're looking more for this rather than this. But this is also a kind of decent part. I've seen either a lot of people in the community, it seems you either love this bay or you hate this bay. I'm not a big fan of it, honestly. Like, I think it looks very good. Like, it's an extremely good looking bay. It's just very off-centered, off-balance, and not really worth the risk, in my opinion, when it comes to being a deck. But let's do some test battles. Let's test it against Perseus Dark. So, 3, 2, 1, go shoot. 3, 2, 1, go shoot. Again, you can kind of see what you're really off balance. Now, in theory, it does win with a burst finish, but it did kind of KO itself while doing so. So be careful of that. 3, 2, 1, shoot. 3, 2, 1, shoot. And that's another burst finish. Again, Perseus Dark is not really a hard opponent to beat. So let's see it against Rhino Reaper. 3, 2, 1, go shoot. 3, 2, 1, go shoot. Like, Gear Rush does have some decent LAD, but that is Fox Brush with a spin finish. 3, 2, 1, go shoot. 3, 2, 1, go shoot. And that's a burst finish. Fox Brush. So that is a 3-0 currently. Three, two, 1, shoot. 3, 2, 1, shoot. Rhino Reaper, 3-1. 3, 2, 1, shoot. 3, 2, 1, shoot. That's Rhino Reaper. 3, 2. 3, 2, 1, shoot. 3, 2, 1, shoot. Three, 3, Rhino Reaper. Bring it back. All right, match point. 3, 2, 1, go shoot. 3, 2, 1, go shoot. That is 6-3. Fox Brush, extreme finish. We'll do one more. We'll do here. Scorpio Spear, just because they're on the same team in the manga and anime. 3, 2, 1, go shoot. 3, 2, 1, go. Shoot. That is Fox Brush. 3, 2, 1, go. Shoot. 3, 2, 1. Shoot that. 3, 2, 1, go. Shoot. 3, 2, 1. That is 3-0 Fox Brush. 3, 2, 1, shoot. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1, go. Shoot. 3, 2, 1, shoot. Oof. That's gonna constitute a reshoot. 3, 2, 1, go. Shoot. 3, 2, 1, shoot. That is Fox Brush's win. So, yeah. We'll do one more. We'll do Samurai Saber. And then I'm going to do the Unite comparison real quick. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 2-point Samurai Saber. 3, 2, 1, go. Shoot. 3, 2, 1, shoot. That is 4-3. Samurai Saber does win. So, overall, before I do the Unite comparison, let me give my final thoughts. I think as a blade, it's not really worth using. Like, yes, it's an extremely good-looking blade. Like, it's probably the best-looking CX blade we've gotten. I really like the pearl white mixed with the highlights of red. But really, you're getting this for 3 parts, which are Jaggi, 970, and Gear Rush. 970 we've gotten before. Jaggi you can get on any of them. And really, Gear Rush, honestly, I don't think it's super worth it. Like, it's a new bit, yes, but it's not, like, game-shatteringly meta. Like, I think it can be used, like, maybe Tyranno Beat Gear Rush, Scorpio Spear Gear Rush, but it's not as good as, like, regular Rush or low Rush. So, I'm going to be honest, especially what we know or what we have an idea of what's coming soon, I'm going to have to say skip this one. I think this is the first one I've actually fully said skip this one because Brave is good for multiple things with the ratchet, the bit, the assist blade, and Brave, there could be an argument made. Arc is good for the Arc Blade, 455, and low orb. Reaper is kind of a mid-release. Like, get it if you want it, but it's not super comp. Kick, turn, and maybe the Reaper Blade. But this one, you're really just getting it for the ratchet because the blade, not the ratchet, you're really getting the prize one for the bit because the blade you can get any of them for, and it's not worth the struggle in order to use it, in my opinion. It's not super heavy. It's only 36 grams, so honestly, I'm going to have to say skip this one. I know that's probably a controversial opinion, but that's just my own personal thoughts. But let me do the real quick Unite comparison because there is a difference, and I can see it. You can actually, I'm pretty sure I can prove it. So, we super zoom in here. Like, okay, that's not focusing. Let's try a bit out. Okay, so you'll see how the ring goes around the point for Weiss Tiger's Unite. This one's doesn't. The point actually protrudes out all the way. So you can barely see it, but it's that little nub right there compared to this one not even having the little nub. And I'm going to demonstrate what the difference is in performance. Now, the nub is so small that it barely makes a difference. But you see how it kind of went defensive there for a second and then tilted? It's because the nub is so small that it goes defensive and then goes attack because of how low to the ground the nub is compared to just straight up attack. So let me try it on Weiss Tiger, the new mold, because that could be another reason why I'd get the yellow one over the white one. Oops. 3, 2, 1, go shoot. Okay, so it was like a flat launch, right? It went defensive, tilted, then went aggressive. Now, if I flat launch the old one, 3, 2, 1, go shoot. It's just aggressive. So it's barely noticeable, but if you really look and really examine the bit, it's kind of there. Does it make a huge difference? Not really. It's still a pretty high LAD balance bit, but yeah, I kind of do hope they do reprint Weiss Tiger at some point with this new bit. I don't think they're going to, because I'm pretty sure Weiss Tiger would have been discontinued by now. But yeah, so let me know what your guys' thoughts were for this random booster select in the comment section down below. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.